Kings and Queens, Your Majesties, welcome back to this channel. Thank you so much for returning. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Do hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out. Many of you have asked questions, and that is what I am here to deal with. Today we will talk about the questions you have asked under the video where we're talking about the benefits of Aiden fruit precursor. So I am here today, to do justice to the questions that majority of you ask. Now, if you are not subscribed, you wouldn't get notified that this video is up. That's why you should be subscribed, because a lot of questions that I had even tackled in some videos, but most of you are not aware of it and you keep asking. So this is a disclaimer before we get right into answering your questions. I am not a medical doctor. If you're sick, you have a health condition, please go to your doctor and get help. All right. Okay, so we discussed about Aiden fruits. A lot of you were interested in it. You watched the videos, you had questions in mind, you asked some of these questions, and I'm here to do justice to those questions that you have asked. Okay, now I keep saying it in all my videos on this channel, and I will say it again. Our ancestors lived and survived by herbs, the food they eat. Okay, because whatever they put into their system, they knew that it is either going to make them or it is going to break them. So they were very, very deliberate about what they eat. So please be mindful of what you eat. Eat right, eat from nature, and you will live long. We will live long like our ancestors. Now, whenever we talk about ancestors here, most of you get scared. Oh, immediately you hear the word ancestor, what comes to your mind is demonic something, devilish people. This is what the white man have told you, that your ancestors are devils. And that's why when you hear what your ancestors did, immediately you begin to shout Jesus, calling, oh God. You think it's something that is, I don't know how our minds have been turned against our ancestors. If we do not return back, we are not going to make it as a black nation. If we do not return back, we will not make it. And this is a fact. The high time begin to see our ancestors for who they are and not for what the white man have told you your ancestors are. The reason why we are cutting off is because we have refused everything that has to do with our lineages. Because religion have told you that they are all demonic. I am not saying that they are not practices that are bad. They are. But why can't we pick out those bad ones and throw away and work with the good ones and grow and live our lives healthy and strong as a people? Anyway, I don't want to digress. I'm just here to answer your questions about Aiden fruit precursor. Now, one of you asked, I don't know if I should be calling your names, but I will answer the questions as much as I can, and I hope that I do justice to what you have in mind. One of you said, what's the name of the fruit? It's there on the screen now. Precursor Aiden fruit, right? Now, another person said, can Aiden fruit be put in whiskey? Oh my goodness, I've never tried it though. Like I said, I only share with you what I have tested, okay? And I trust it. So I don't know whether it is good. I don't know. And I don't think it should, but I can't say yes, I can say no, okay? And then somebody asks, how can it be used to cure fibroid? And this is what I said. If you're not subscribed, you will not know. I've talked about this in another video again that I made. Now, if you're having issue with conceiving, you're having a fibroid issue, you're having fertility issues, now you take this with your spouse. You don't take it alone. Aiden fruit is known for the magic it works. If you watch that video, you understand already the number of vitamins and minerals that are packed in this tea. You only have to boil it. For fibroid, for conception, for fertility issues, you boil it and add the the Negro pepper. Okay, you boil it with Negro pepper. Some people add ginger to it. Percocet, Negro pepper, ginger. Some add cloves, depending on the taste you want. But Percocet itself alone can do the job. I am saying this because I've seen it work. You only have to boil it and serve on an empty stomach every morning when you wake up. Do not eat anything. You take the tea in the morning. Okay? Take it hot. And then it should be the last thing you take before you go to bed. You do this for 3-5 days. You feel it in your body. Okay? You feel it in your body that something is happening. You feel that you become lighter. And that's why it works for those who are maybe semi-obese. You are so heavy and you want to reduce some weight. You want to reduce some pounds. You take it as well. It puts you in shape. It washes and flushes out fats, excess fat in your body system. Your Majesties. So that is how it is for that. And if you're taking this for conception, you have to take it with your spouse, because most of the time when you talk about infertility, what comes to mind is just the woman. But no, the woman most of the times is not even the problem. Sometimes the man also have issues, and this tea is good for both male and female. It's good for our system, and that is a fact. I hope I answered your question. Okay, the next person said, how can I get it? I have diabetes and hypertension. Now I said getting this is the treasure of the West African country. I'm calling it a treasure because of the sicknesses it cures, right? Now, you can get it from African store, typical African stores on Amazon. And what's the other one? One of you call, I've forgotten that name. But you can get it on African stores online. Or if you have relatives who live in Africa or west part of maybe Ghana, Nigeria, you can ask them to get you Percocet, Aiden fruit. This is something that those who know herbs know very well. And then one of you said, how do you use it to cure high blood pressure? Like I said, high blood pressure, arthritis, okay? And what's the other one? Anyway, high blood pressure. I keep saying this. This is what I use for my husband. My husband is a bit overweight and he has high blood pressure issue. It is Aiden fruit, this tea. I didn't even add any other thing. It's just the tea every morning and before bed. And I tell you, whenever we take this tea, whenever he takes this tea, he feels even better than when he takes his medicine, his BP drugs. This is for a fact. And he keeps asking, Mama, what about that tea? I want that tea again. You see? So this is what it does. Now, another person asks, how can we use it to drive evil spirit? Like I said, if you wanted me to talk about the spiritual, how to use it for spiritual works, I can make a separate video about that because I use it. I've told you, I won't tell you something I don't use. I use it. Now, how I use it for my spiritual works, a lot of people have their methods of using it. Some can pound it into powder and then you burn it as incense, get a coal and then you burn it as incense. And me, I don't pound into powder. I use the whole stick for spiritual work. I just put fire on it and then off the fire and allow the smoke to just circulate, and then I immerse myself in that smoke, put myself in the mood, and I profess positivity for myself, and it wards off negative energy. That is how I use it to ward off negativity from my house. Okay, now you can choose when to do this. Personally, I do it the day of the sun, every first day of the sun of the month. I do this to, when I say day of the sun, I mean the Sunday, what you call the Sunday, okay? The day of the sun. I do it every first Sunday of the month. Sometimes we pick up negative energy from places we enter. You know, there are times that there are places you go to, your spirit is not just at home with it. There might be negativity around there and you might have picked some of it home. So when you do this once in a month or once in a week. It helps you ward off evil eye, ward off negative energy that you might have picked, or your family members, your kids, your spouse, or maybe those who come in. Sometimes you don't even pick these things. It's people that come into your home with them. So when you do this, you ward off this from your home. The next question is how to get rid of fibroid and weight loss, please. I want to conceive. Now, if you're seeing your period, you take this the day after your period ends, okay, or the day your period ends. You take this for 5 days. If you are not seeing your period at all, you need to take this for 5 days on the stretch. You take this 5 days, that's in a month. You take this 5 good days, morning, evening, morning, night for 5 days in a month. Then you wait and see how your body reacts to it. The next month, you do the same thing again. Okay, you have to count the days, know when you took it, so that when it's 1 month after, you do the same thing again. That's 5 days, morning, night in a month again, and see how your body reacts to it. I've talked about conception. You have to take this with your spouse as well, because most of the time the issue is not just the woman. Now, talking about weight loss, see, there's no way you take Percocet that you will not lose weight. Like I said, I'm telling you from experience. There is no way. That's why it is given to women who just put to bed, to help them clean their stomach, and again to help them keep fit, and for them to have a lot of milk for their baby. This does wonders. There's no way you take Percocet that you will not lose some pounds. Like, you will definitely lose weight. So that I'm sure of. You will see the results in a month as you take. In short, as you're taking it, after the first day you take it, the next day you will feel very light in your system. You feel there's this calmness that you'll be feeling, and that's the truth. For those who are taking it, or those who've taken it before, they can also tell you that this is how it works. Okay, the next thing here is how to use it for fiber. Like I said, you take it for 5 days. If you are not seeing your period, take it for 5 days, morning and night, on empty stomach. See, the truth is that most of these sicknesses, diseases, and other things that we are having as Black people, intermittent fasting, maybe I'm going to talk about that maybe in another video. The food we eat now is sometimes the cause of our problem and sicknesses. When you fast from this food, you see that your system will also start changing. So if you want to take Percocet to see the result, you have to take it on empty stomach. When they say don't eat anything in the morning, just take the tea and give yourself some minutes, 30 minutes to 1 hour before you eat food. Allow this tea to get into your system, to, marry your system and give you the results that you are looking for. And it is for a fact. Instead of eating food that at the end it causes you a problem, it's better to avoid that food and cure your system, flush out your system, and understand where the problem is coming from. Okay. Another person said, how do you use Aiden fruit to cure epilepsy, high blood sugar, and prevent bad dreams? We're talking about bad dreams. There's a connection to spiritual works as well, to drive out evil spirits. I've told you how to use that. For the blood pressure, I've told you how to use that. Now for epilepsy, I'm going to make a detailed video on how to use it for epilepsy, because there are some things I would want to say there, and I wouldn't want this video to be too long because it is long already. So mostly the questions that you all have is blood pressure, weight loss, and like I said, there's no way you take Aiden tea that you will not lose weight. Even if you don't mix it with ginger, with negro pepper, you will still lose weight. I know what I'm saying. It's not, yeah. So take your Aiden tea, focus on it, and when you are taking it, take it on empty stomach. Let it be the first thing you take before food in the morning. If you can even take Aiden tea and do not take breakfast, let the tea be your breakfast. It will do you more good than harm. Like it's gonna, that is even the best. Okay, there are people who are so much in love with Aiden tea right now, they take it and maybe take some crackers with it. Okay, I'm not saying you should, don't add anything, just take your Aiden tea and maybe some crackers with it. That's after you've seen the results that you're looking for, right? Excuse me. Some people, it's not like